Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a local attorney offers some special legal services in the wake of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, and the deadline quickly approaches for Kentucky schools to hire resource officers.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm Dakota Makris. Wow, it is Wednesday. Let's take it over to Brandon for a look at our forecast. Brandon, it feels great outside again this morning. At least it's not hot or muggy, or maybe it could be. I don't know. Again, I did not pay attention.
No,
so.
You're right. You're right the first time.
Am I ever wrong?
Nope.
About the weather?
Sometimes, but not often. Yes. But yeah, you're right on the money this morning. It is still comfortable out there on the cooler side, a little warmer than this time yesterday. We're still dealing with a little bit of fog this morning, not as bad as yesterday. We'll see how that progresses as the morning goes along. It looks like it's clustered, at least on the sensor network, up near I-64 between Moorhead and Ashland. So we'll keep you posted on that as we get a little bit more information in. We've got a sensor down this morning over in Jonesville, but 50s and 60s out there. Clintwood, actually, no. Irvin is our cold spot this morning at 52. Clintwood's at 54. I'm always defaulting to Clintwood because they're always the coolest there. It looks like our warmest is 64 in Jacksboro and in Middlesboro this morning. So again, a lot of 50s and 60s out there. Dew point's still low. We are still below 60, which is okay in most areas. Harlan, Middlesboro just above. I do think as we get deeper in the day, we'll get a little bit around 60, just above 60, but it's the air temperatures that are going to soar today. Now tomorrow, you get a little bit of both as we see heat and humidity build back in. 63 by 8 o'clock, 87 your forecast high this afternoon with lots of sunshine. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, we're learning more about the process behind the American Civil Liberties Union's lawsuit to block Kentucky's abortion ban. Court records show that the ACLU's motion does not require a hearing. We're waiting on the judge's decision. The challenge is the state's trigger law that immediately banned abortions. The ACLU says the ban is unconstitutional because it violates the rights to privacy and bodily autonomy. Well, Attorney General Daniel Cameron released a statement Monday saying, quote, "There is no right to abortion contained in the Commonwealth's Constitution," end quote. One Eastern Kentuckian has gone viral for her stance on the Supreme Court's decision. Hazard attorney Michelle Lawson tweeted she will provide free legal services to women and providers who perform or receive abortions. Under Kentucky's trigger law, abortion is essentially banned unless the pregnancy threatens a mother's life. Right now, a woman cannot be prosecuted for getting an abortion, but doctors can.
I think women make this decision not lightly at all. I think they think about it long and hard before they decide what they want to do here. And I think as intelligent human beings, then they should be able to make those decisions about their own bodies.
Well, Lawson says if she cannot take someone's case because of distance, she will refer you to an attorney who can. The Supreme Court's decision was met with strong and mixed reaction here in the U.S. and across the Commonwealth. One woman in Lexington is expressing her disappointment. She's a doula who performs support for pregnant women and has even driven those who wanted to terminate their pregnancies to Kentucky's only abortion clinic in Louisville before it closed.
That's something that nobody should go through alone. So I'm going to be the person to hold your hand, to listen to you cry.
After the ruling, she says all she can think about are her clients. With abortions now mostly banned in Kentucky, she's afraid women will look for other alternatives, ones that are unsafe and potentially life-threatening. A deadline is quickly approaching for Kentucky schools. Every Kentucky school campus needs to have a school resource officer by August 1st. It comes after lawmakers passed a school safety plan. Mercer County has had an opening for an SRO for more than a year, and there's not been one applicant. The superintendent says it is concerning with that August 1st deadline now just more than a month away.
I always tell people that I've heard from a lot of police officers that there's not enough action in schools for police officers.
School systems that do not meet the August 1st deadline are supposed to submit a detailed response as to why it wasn't met. Just last week, we told you officials with the Kentucky Association of School Resource Officers said they didn't think the state could meet the August 1st deadline. Well, they met in Richmond for a conference to discuss the challenges. They say they're working to address the funding and hiring concerns. Well, the first few years of a child's life can be the most crucial to their development. Well, health officials say that every dollar invested into a child's life as an adolescent equals $8 in return. Scott Lockard with the Kentucky River District Health Department has worked in early childhood development for more than 20 years. He says that parental empathy is one of the best ways to connect with your child, knowing what their social and communication cues are and responding to them.
No such thing. It's a common myth that you can spoil an infant. There's no such thing as spoiling an infant. By meeting a child's needs in a timely and appropriate manner, we're making that child feel safe.
Lockhart adds that by making a child feel safe, they will then feel comfortable to explore their world around them and to be more curious. World Health Organization officials say the escalating monkeypox outbreak in more than 50 countries should be closely monitored, but does not warrant being declared a global health emergency. It has confirmed more than 3,200 monkeypox infections in about 40 countries that have not previously reported the disease. The organization is creating a vaccine sharing mechanism for monkeypox, which could see vaccines go to rich countries like Britain, which currently has the biggest outbreak beyond Africa.
It's just like a traditional vaccine. It builds your immune system. It stimulates your immune system so you are better prepared to fight the monkeypox you are infected with. It basically how it works if you want to have it in layman terms. It works in the way that you can get it. You can use the vaccine before you are infected, but you can actually also use the vaccine in a way that you can be vaccinated if you believe you may be infected.
Monkeypox belongs to the same virus family as smallpox, but causes milder symptoms including fever, body aches, chills, and fatigue. More serious cases may result in a rash and lesions. Scientists warn that anyone in close physical contact with someone infected with monkeypox or their clothing or bed sheets is at risk of catching the disease regardless of their sexual orientation. Well, thank you so much for getting your Wednesday morning started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, the U.S. offers some major assistance to help Afghanistan recover after an earthquake that took more than 1,000 lives.
Sunshine returns today, but the temperatures start to head back up. I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.